This is One Sentence News, a daily podcast featuring 3 news stories with a sentence-long summary and 1 sentence of context apiece. I'm Colin Wright. It's Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. Let's talk about the news. From Reuters, Ohio City, Akron imposes curfew after protests over police killing of black man. Akron, Ohio, declared a state of emergency on Monday, canceling 4th of July events and fireworks displays and imposing a curfew following the most recent shooting of a black man by police. The victim, 25-year-old Jayland Walker, can be seen fleeing a traffic stop before being gunned down by pursuing officers on police body cam footage that was released by the department, and his body was found to have about 60 gunshot wounds inflicted by 8 officers who fired their weapons at him as he ran. Protests following the release of that body cam footage remained generally peaceful, though with some property damage reported, and crowds were broken up by police in riot gear, firing tear gas canisters. Walker was unarmed when shot, but had a pistol in the front seat of his car, and police say he may have fired at them from his car before fleeing. The 8 officers involved have been placed on administrative leave. From the New York Times, in a big potential breach, a hacker offers to sell a Chinese police database. In what would likely be the largest data breach in Chinese history if confirmed legitimate, an anonymous hacker is offering a Chinese police database containing what they claim is information on about 1 billion Chinese citizens for 10 Bitcoin, which is about $200,000. Several journalistic entities have checked samples of the purported database and found the records, a cross-section of hundreds of thousands of them, to be authentic, though that doesn't mean the rest are the same. This is being seen as especially newsworthy because the Chinese government has spent the past decade or so soaking up as much data as possible on its citizens, which in turn makes hacks of this kind ever more damaging because of how much private information can be stolen, including on powerful people like those within the government. The Chinese government appears to be censoring information about this breach on their local internet services and social networks. And from the Wall Street Journal, European gas prices jump as Norwegian oil workers strike. European natural gas prices have increased for the 4th month in a row, this time due to a combination of Russian invasion-related shortages and a strike by oil workers in Norway. Norway is one of several oil and gas-producing countries that have raced to fill the gaps left by blocked Russian energy resources following Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the many sanctions that came soon after, and they were already providing a decent chunk of the continent's gas. So while this strike has only reduced Norway's gas exports by about 1% so far, it's thought this could escalate steeply, hitting more than 50% by this weekend, which could dramatically increase gas prices across Europe at a time when most governments are usually importing more than usual to stock up for the chilly winter months. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com, and you can support this and other related projects like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts at understandery.com.